Hi everyone, New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield, and today I'm bringing you a review of the series, the Netflix series, The Witcher. And I'm talking to you about series one. I'll do my best to give away very little spoilers on this because I think it's just the television series stands on its own and it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. So the series that I'm talking about, if you haven't seen it yet, is this. And this is what you're going to find on Netflix if you're looking for the actual uh, television poster. My gosh, the holidays are getting to my brain. All right, so this is actually first of all, let me say this much. I was hesitant to do this review only because I don't write fantasy, and this is a fantasy series, but I do love paranormal. I do write paranormal, and I do love magic, and so magic is huge in this series. I mean, that's what's great about this series is there's so much magic and swordplay, and there's so many amazing things about this series. So I'm going to tell you right now, I absolutely loved The Witcher from Netflix. I mean, this was a love, and I don't give away many loves when I'm talking about reviews. So for me to say it was a love, it was a really great series. I mean, I watched it front to back. I just binge watched it straight through. Fell asleep and woke up and had to rewind and keep going because I just loved it so much. It was just really an amazing series. Your lead, well, actually, you kind of have three leads in this series. You don't have just one, which I really liked about that. And another thing that I really liked about this series was more female centric. It was more based off the females, not the male. Now, here's why I was hesitant to do the review. Besides the fact that I don't write fantasy fiction, I write paranormal and fantasy adventure, but in modern day times, not in medieval times. But the other thing that I was hesitant about is I've never played the game. The Witcher is a game. I believe there's three Witcher series out there. So there's a game, and there's also a ton of books, and I haven't read the books. So I was a little hesitant to do this review, but I'm definitely glad I did. I am so glad I did. First of all, Henry Cavill did an amazing job as the lead, Geralta Rivera, and Anya Charlotta, who was Yennefer. Oh, she did amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. And then, of course, you had Freya Allen, who played Sirius. So you've got some really great characters. You got these three main characters, and really it runs through three main characters and their lives. And the only thing that I didn't necessarily like too much about this series was the fact that it had three different timelines and it was bouncing back and forth, bouncing back and forth. I don't necessarily trying to keep it straight is, unless you're really paying really close attention, sometimes it's hard to keep it straight. You're like, wait, what timeline is this? And was this past, present, or way past? So you're trying to catch up as you're watching the scene to say, when was this? So that is my only oh, I don't know. It isn't even criticism because it's a very common trope used in today's television and movies. So it's not like it's not something that's accepted. I just don't necessarily like it as a tool when I'm writing or reading or watching something. So that was really my only thing that I didn't like. I got past that. The action scenes, the sword play, amazing sword play. Oh my gosh, they were amazing. The magic that was going on, amazing. The caste systems between the kings and the mages and the warriors, awesome. Then of course you've got your main character, which is the Witcher, and he's basically a for hire uh, bounty hunter, maybe I would say, or a for hire killer. But he has ethics, and he really does decide. He has these conflicts in his mind going over. Well, is this person a monster, or is this being a monster, or is this being a good person and not a monster, or a good being and not a monster? Remember, they're living in a time of magic, so there's a lot of people or monsters that look like monsters, but they're actually good people. So you got to see that. And on each episode, it seemed like our Witcher was taking on a new baddie or possible baddie, not necessarily always a baddie. So I really liked how he went back and forth on who deserved to die and who didn't deserve to die, and the conflict that he had as he tried to figure it out. And he really did. He didn't want to go out and just, if somebody looked a certain way, they weren't. If this was a hedgehog monster, that doesn't mean that he was a bad guy. And so he looked into them, he looked into their soul basically to figure out if this was actually a monster or if he could save them. And I really liked that. So that piece was good. And then you've got the Yennefer, who is played by, again, Anya Shalatra. I hope I'm not murdering her name because she did an amazing job. And the way her story started out was just I mean, she had some horrible stuff going on as a kid, as she grew up, and as she became into being a woman. So she had a really tough life, and then she was discovered to have magic, so she was brought in. Um, and I can't really say too much, but basically, of course, there's the caste systems. I've said that there's the Witcher, and then there's the mages, and then there's the kings, and then there's the people. So she was brought in to a school to basically get teaching on how to utilize the powers that she had. The thing is that she went through an amazing transformation. She gave up so much, and then the rest of the series was about her trying to get what she gave up. So that was really good. So you're dealing with somebody who had a bad hand in life. Well, two main characters who had a bad hand in life, and both of them have dealt with that bad hand in their experiences and things, and they've made decisions, and they both are kind of a little bit of the anti-heroes, and so they've got some great stories to tell there. And then you got Freya Allen's character, who is, born as a princess, but there's a story behind that as well. And then all of the drama that happened that caused her to basically have to find herself. So all of this played out in the first season, and the whole purpose of this season was Alan's character was supposed to meet Cavill's character so that these two could basically, they were each other's destiny. And just because there's somebody's destiny does not mean it's a romantic thing or anything like that. You'll see as you're watching it that that's not the case, but they're each other's destiny. So they've been searching for each other and trying to get to each other through the whole series. So for season 1, and season 2's already been greenlit, which means that you got to see this because you want to know what's going to happen before season 2 starts. After the holidays, after everybody's had time to watch this, I might even do an actual full review where I do some recaps and give you some of the information. I didn't want to give too many spoilers here. I just kind of wanted to go over it and give you an idea. Swordplay was awesome. The graphics were awesome. I do think that they did some the it was very dark, and so just trying to keep up with what's going on and that kind of thing, but really it was really great. And of course, I think they were going for that feel of the video game. Again, I haven't played the video game, so if you have, let me know in the comment section if you feel that way. I have seen some reviews out there where they say that they really tried to stay true to the video games and the books, which is really awesome. So those who are fans of those two things are going to love this. But I have never done the video games or the books, and I am a fan. I am a fan. I love this series. So if you've never done the video games or the books, and you're not a fan in that genre, but you love magic, you love medieval, you love knights, you love kings, you love queens. Some people have compared this to Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was very male centric. This was very female centric. You had queens that were in control, not the kings. So that is pretty awesome. I really like how they did that. And the women really had some great power during this time. So that, again, just girl power, right? So that was really awesome as well. So I love how they just kind of bended it a little bit, the ideals and the drama, or the ideals and the genres of those times, and they just kind of made it into their own world, and the magic and the caste systems and everything. Even though you see common tropes throughout, you also see new things that was just bent and created into something really great. So it was a great world, and there's obviously a reason why this story has been video games and books and now a series. So you're taking a chance when you're taking something that's already been put out there and has a fan following and stuff to bring it to the market in a different genre, like a TV series. And I believe Netflix did an amazing job. Like I said, I haven't seen the books or the games. If you have, let me know if they're in good comparison. I've heard through other reviews and things out there that they're really, really great. So they really did fall in line with that. And I must tell you, the acting was superb. I will also tell you that there was a lot of blood and gore, so I would definitely not recommend this for younger children. There was also some very, very explicit um, nudity and sexual scenes as well. So it's not necessarily made for kids. I mean, it was pretty in your face in a couple of those episodes. So you may want to either fast forward through that or whatever, or if I mean if you've got kids around, or definitely not watch during when you have kids. I watched it after my daughter went to bed, so I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. But I write romance, so it just happens. It's out there, but there was a lot of it. So definitely keep that in mind if you're thinking about making it a family affair. It might not be suitable for a family affair. I loved it. This is very rare that I give love. I usually say like. I loved it. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think about The Witcher from Netflix, the TV series, in the comment section. I did my best not to share any spoilers during this one. So I hope you appreciated that, because it was very hard, because there's so much I want to say about this, because there's so many great scenes. But hopefully that motivates you to watch it if you haven't seen it. And if you do decide to watch it after watching this review, and you loved it or hated it or whatever you liked, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of it, because I mean, I'm just one opinion out there, but I just gotta say I loved it. And I couldn't sing higher praises. After the holidays, after the first of the year, I'll probably do a recap for season one, just because I know it's been greenlit for season two already. And so when people want to come and catch up in a year later, when they watch season two, if they don't want to watch season one, they can come back and watch the recap over here if they want. So that is my opinion of The Witcher. What is yours? I have a couple of people online. Have you seen it? Let me know in the comment section. What did you think of it? Do you agree with me? Do you think that I'm spot on with my assessment, or did you think something different? I'd love to hear you. I will be on here for a few more minutes while I wrap up. If I see some comments come on, I'll bring you on and I'll put the comments up on the screen. Miguel, you said yes. So you loved it. You agree with me. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I mean, this was the bomb diggity, in my opinion. I could watch it again, and I rarely ever watch things that I've seen once. I rarely ever watch it again. Oh yes, you've seen it. Do you agree with me? Did you love it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What'd you think? I'd love to know. But I mean, the fact that I'm willing to see it a second time, I literally am like excited to see it a second time. I thought it was just great. I did. So let me know in the comment section. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Thanks, Miguel Angel. I appreciate that. So yeah, I did too. Wow, it was just, yes. We needed something like that. We've been needing something like that for a long time, and I really do feel that Netflix delivered on that. So kudos to you, Netflix. Yay! Thanks, Miguel Angel. I appreciate your feedback and joining me live on the video so we can put your comments up on the screen. Everybody else, oh, yeah, okay, and you're right. You are 100% right. So Miguel Angel said, if I have to keep it spoilerless, I liked it, but the finale should have been longer. And you are 100% right, Pistol. And again, we're trying to keep this one no spoilers, and we're going to do spoilers, and the next one we'll talk about it. But that is really a good point. That was probably my other piece to that is, and I'm glad you said that. I just feel like, wow, that was like, wow, okay, that could have been you could have been longer. You're right. And then the way it was left with what she said to him was just like, What? So yeah, I'm right there. And it's so hard because I don't want to give spoilers on this one, on this video, but watch it. You'll know what we're talking about. You'll totally understand what we're talking about. I agree with you 100%. That and really was that those were the big points that I had. Very few constructive criticism in this. It was just really well done, and I can't wait to see what they do in season 2. So maybe we'll meet up on the one where we actually talk about what happened in the series, Miguel Angel, and you can go ahead and then you can let those spoilers go. Thanks for keeping that without them. Yeah, that was my number one. That was my number one criticism was the timelines, the three timelines, and the fact that they were going for back, past and present, and so the flipping was just really hard to keep up with. So Miguel also said should advise them to watch out for timelines. Absolutely right. So those are the only really two main big points that I felt were like. But other than that, it was awesome. It'll be coming after the first of or after the holidays. We'll do it after the holidays. But yeah, I know, right? It's so I mean, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want to get this out so bad. I want to say something and I can't. Okay, so you ever feel like that? You want to say something, but you don't want to spoil it for somebody, so you're just like, oh, okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. So that is the end of today because if I keep going, I will say something I don't want to say. So thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for joining me with the chat. Miguel Angel, I really appreciate that. And so be sure to subscribe, click the bell to get notified when new videos become available because the spoiler video will be coming up. I will not be much on over the next couple of days because of the holidays, but I will try to come back on every once in a while and say hi and that kind of thing. I hope everybody has wonderful holidays. If you're watching this before, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday if you're watching this after the holidays. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am New York Times best-selling author. Oh, we got one more. Mommy Tuber said, I just started watching it and I'm enjoying it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Come back and let me know what you think on this video because it was just, oh my gosh. If you're anything like me, you're going to love it. So, all right, so I'm going to let you go, but thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Mommy Tuber, thanks for making an appearance too live. And I hope you guys love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I do. And let me know in the comment section what you thought. If you haven't watched it and you're just watching it, happy holidays, everybody. And I will be back very soon. So thanks for escaping into paranormal with me. And this was really into the paranormal. It's really good. New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield signing off. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.